Well, all right. This is Andrew Hart back here again. I want to take a quick look at the overall market and what we think is going to go on, especially based on some technical analysis. Now, as we know, tomorrow, Friday, is when we have a fairly important, as they all are, jobs number coming out. And of course, there's a lot of people speculating that we're going to see a pullback. Uh, that comes to no surprise, seeing as though we've seen a very strong week up until now. So let's take a look at what the charts are saying and what you should do given the possibility of a big move in either direction. So, any of you that don't understand what we're looking at, we don't have enough time in this video, but this is a very basic market timing model that we've talked about in the past. And if you want to watch a webinar that we did 2 weeks ago that's all about the 3 ways of spot market timing, then you can just go over to the lifestyle tab, the events tab on our homepage. And about 3 articles down, you'll see the PowerPoint slides, and you'll also see how to get the webinar so that you can watch that. And it's about an hour long, so it's very in-depth. But anyway, that's what we're going to be using, and most of you have already seen this, so that's okay. But just in case you wanted to get more information on it. First off, percent R at the bottom. We've got some parabolic stop and reversals on the top, right? So stop and reversals. These black dots will let us know when something's potentially going to stop and reverse. So already we know that the parabolics are below or supportive of a bullish move. But you can also see that there is plenty of room for this to go down without those really ever reversing, right? Now, percent R. Back here on 726, we moved above the 80 level. You know that we like it when it moves and confirms above the 50 level, which it did, and it retested twice without breaking back below. These big down areas right here, because they never confirmed, they were essentially low-risk entry points for the bulls. You can see that really panned out well and developed well as a pattern moving forward into where we're at today. So, tomorrow, what typically happens when you've got big news in the market? Increased volatility. It's a Friday, so you're going to have a lot of excited market participants that if they find a reason that they don't feel safe to keep their capital in the markets over the weekend, then they'll go ahead and just pull it out for safety just for over the weekend. Happens all the time. So there has to be some very positive news for it to, on the flip side, for people to put their capital or additional capital into the market to be held over the weekend. The overall, as it's been since that cross above 50 on percent R on July 26th, has been bullish, period. But the question is from a timing standpoint, do you get in now? And what I would say is from an overall standpoint, no. What you would look for is an area like this. Take a look back on July 27th. And I'm sorry, the day that we went above 50 was actually on July 7th. I'm sorry. July 9th was the cross day, then the confirmed day was the following day. We closed above that day's high. So July 12th was that bull confirmation day. So at any rate, we've now gone bull confirmed above 80, right? When did we do that? Well, on July 26th, we crossed above 80%. Within 5 bars, did we close above that bar's high, which was 111.67 on the SPY? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth day, closed above. That was Monday, folks. That's what's been so strong about this week and why we've been reluctant to really see a strong pullback. But it doesn't mean that we're not going to experience one. And if we do, does that mean that there's a top in place? No. You know that what we found and what you've been seeing by listening to us is that when something goes overbought and enters this period of extreme strength, it's likely to stay there for a while. And in that pattern, there are going to be pullbacks that we like to call retests, right? Temporary pulls below that top 80 level on the big trends percent R, and those are your entry points. So if you see a sell-off on Friday morning, it would be a nice entry point if it was large enough to be a daily percent R retest. And if that happens, then tomorrow's low would be key to hold throughout next week. So the bottom line, if there is a pullback tomorrow, it smells like a great entry point, low risk entry for the bulls.